Okay, this video is to show you how to make a console connection on a router or switch in Packet Tracer. There's another video in Moodle that I have that shows you how to make a physical console connection on the actual equipment itself. But this one is to show you how to do it in Packet Tracer. The reason you have to make a console connection in Packet Tracer is because sometimes when Cisco gives you these pre-configured exercises, they will lock these devices so that you can't double click on them, because as you know already, that you can get to the command line by just double clicking on the device and clicking the CLI. Well, if Cisco happens to make a configuration file where these devices are locked and you have to get to the command line to configure them, you have no other choice but to make a console connection in order to access it. So the way you would do that is the same way as in the other video, but we're just doing it virtually through Packet Tracer. Click on the connections link here, and then you want to click on this blue one here, which represents the console connection, and you'll see a little plug here so you can connect to the back of the laptop. You'll pick RS-232 and drag the cable over to the router, and you are going to choose console. And once you choose the console connection, you see that you do have a physical console connection here. You would then double click on the laptop to get to the desktop here, and running on the desktop would be a terminal emulation program, which is nothing more than a application program that emulates a dumb terminal or just a monitor for the device itself. So double click on or just click once on the terminal connection, and then you'll have some settings here that you may or may not need to change. Luckily for us, we don't have to change anything, but I just want to explain what these are. Excuse me. The bits per second, 9600, is the number of bits that will be transferred across this cable at one time. Data bits is 8. Remember, we talked about 8 bits makes a byte. Parity means whether or not the information will be checked or not checked. We put none on that. Stop bits is 1. That's just a signal saying that command is finished. And flow control, we have none. Main thing you need to know about this is the 9600 is something called the baud rate, which is the bits per second. So you do OK there, and then as you see, you can access the console now. So you're actually accessing this. Get this out of the way. You're actually using this laptop to connect to this device, which has no monitor, but you are emulating a monitor for this device by using this cable here to send data back and forth, and then your laptop is running a terminal emulation program, which is nothing more than a virtual screen so that you can actually see the router, what's actually running on the router. So that's how you would do it to connect to a router. So I'm going to close this out, and you do the exact same thing for a switch. I can just delete this, and I don't know if I picked the right item or not. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, so now I can come down here, pick this console connection here again, connect from the laptop to the RS-232, plug it up to the switch, and make a console connection. Go to your laptop, find your terminal emulation program, accept the terminal configurations here, and there you are. You've made a console connection to a switch. Another shortcut I want to show you is if you're actually in a Packet Tracer where Cisco has these devices locked and you have to make a console connection, you can move that connection by simply clicking on it and dragging and clicking. So you can just sort of move that cable back and forth. That's actually what you would do if you were actually sitting in front of a switch and a router configuring them, because you only have one connection port on the back of your laptop to actually do this with. you would have no choice but to physically move it from one location, unplug it from the router to the switch, access it through the terminal connection, configure it, and so forth. So you can actually move this cable back and forth as you're doing configurations. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I will get this video posted, and I'll get a couple more out today. Have a good week.